thing, if you just put that to your side for now, also make sure when you're drilling things, drill against pads, and make sure you drill against meat as well. One of the things I should have said is, take the time for a couple of super slow iterations where I get the feel of conversation. All my hip, my shoulder, everything that goes to a normal hook is there. I've flicked up with minimal fuss. And I've driven that right into the throat, right into the solar plexus. And obviously he'll go back. And I pre-arm and I go again. You don't take many. Make sure every time you do something, and if I don't specify it, just do it. Make sure, before you have a go at the pads. The pads are a great vector. Bosh, 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 bosh. Bosh, 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 bosh. It gives you a great feeling. But make sure you do it against the meat puppet as well. Boom. You can really take the time to feel your body. To feel, if I do this, I've just poked him with a stick. If I lean forward, I've driven my mass into that stick. You're never going to get those feelings. You're never going to be aware of your own body if you just go in. If you just poke in the pad a little bit, you're not going to get it. So make sure with all these things, really role play it. I'm afraid for my life. I might be actually using this stick legitimately. Okay, I've got a bit of weight here. Where there's weight, there's power. Always. Where there's weight, there's power. If I've got a bit of weight here on the back foot, when I transition that, boom, that's a decent shot. It could be the process of arming this really rip that up. It's incidental. You don't plan for it, but if it hits him, it's him. Now, that's it in a perfect world. Sometimes we don't live in the perfect world. And sometimes, if you drop that pad for now, I've hit him. There's a couple of things that happen. You hit someone and they fall down. You hit someone and they wobble. You hit someone and they hit you back. Or you hit someone and they grab you back. Or you hit someone and they run away. There's like 5 things that can happen. Right? And you've got to be ready for all of them. So if I hit him, boom, Sparko, and he's flat, great. If I hit him and he goes, wobbles a bit, great. If I hit him and he hits me back, I need to deal with it. And if I hit him, if he grips me back, I need to deal with it. So we're going to imagine I've hit him and he's going to decide to grip me back. What I'm going to use is a bandolier action. So a bandolier, if you've ever seen old Mexicans and cowboys, they'll have a band across the body, diagonally. And they'll have all your bullets and your straps and stuff in there. If I've hit him and he's immediately decided to close, having this function here, where it's diagonally across his body, gives me control of a shoulder and a hip. If I'm just up top, closing on me now. It's pretty easy. I'm bigger than this guy, right? I'm going to put some sauce on it, but he'll close me, right? If I bandolier it, close me. You can start now. You can start, please. Right. This bandolier is strong because it's hip and shoulder. The great thing about the harpoon strike is if I've only just got it off primordially, it's not quite ready yet, and he drives in, I've got an immediate bracing station. Now, I could decide, now just pause there, just stay still for a second. I could decide, see this bit of the weapon, I've got great, if I raise that elbow, here, no power. I raise that elbow, when I crunch that, it's a decent short denting hook. It could be, I decide, or I've got the musculature or strength, to drive him back and rearm the stick. Yeah, I've got those options. Or I might decide to abandon the stick entirely and continue the fight. Don't over-obsess about maintaining it. If you've lost control, you've lost control. Move on. But the main principle of this power grip is, if I hit you and it works, marvellous. If I hit you and you start grappling back, another important thing, if I brace him here, but don't move my legs, I'm still falling over. The piking of this leg, boom, here, that gives me strength. I always use the nutter behind the door analogy. Here's a door, he is the door, and behind him is a nutter. Right? Crazy bastard. Stab, 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 stab. You wouldn't hold the door closed like this, would you? You'd go, Jesus, there's a nutter behind the door. You'd brace it like a wedge. Yeah, you would, wouldn't you? Crazy man behind the door, I need to keep this door locked, I would create a wedge. It's the same with this. If I've clunked you and go, Jesus, it's padding the iron jaw. This bandolier grip, shoulder and hip, I'll pike that leg, and now I can consider my options, whether it is a short, sharp punching with the stick, and bear in mind you're taking a weapon behind the ear, behind the neck. You don't need a lot of room for that to hurt. or if I can wiggle a bit of space, this pointing at him. My modern analogy for this is, and I think some of you might have heard this in some of my seminars, put a wasp in the car. Right? Terry, the 17-stone truck driver, knock any man out any day of the week, big hard unit, but a wasp flies into the cab of his truck and he goes, ah! And he will drive himself into a family of 5, a tree of his choice, a central embankment. For the fear of it, for the sheer fear. He knows that he could probably take that sting and not die, it would hurt, it'd be an owie, but Terry the truck driver has lost his nut and killed himself and 20 other people because a wasp in the car. Same with this. Right now there's no wasp in his car, there's nothing to fear. Now there is a wasp in the car, and he can think of nothing else but the wasp in the car. And all the things he thought he was going to do are not being done because there is a wasp in the car. Any threat which is visible and overt is a wasp in the car and requires direct address. So put one in there. That's not a threat, that's a threat. Yeah? There's a different light that switches on in your brain. So as you practice this, I've clunked you, I've not quite had the space, bandolier. Yeah? I'm going to either punch you with it, and then I'm going to put a wasp straight in your car. You can do nothing but consider the impending impact of this stick into your face. So again, practice this now. Hit and it works, and I do it against a human target. Hit and it didn't work, and I bandolier and deal with it. Make sense? Give it a play.